In the top left we do have Nicoract, and in the bottom right it is soO, once again here, our blue Korean Zerg player. So this is a little bit different. This is Nicoract, is one of the stronger Terran players from Europe, a Russian player. He has been playing these cups a lot, and he's like one of those guys who makes EU round of 16s. He's one of the kind of people who you're looking for, who might have a breakthrough very soon, like one major performance in a big offline tournament, for example, or online tournament. That could happen. It's not out of the question, and yeah, he's one of those guys who is in that run, basically, like where you could put your money on, right? On the other side, soO, man, does he still have it? We'll see. Unbuildable terrain. Yes, I would love to see some more of that. There has been some toying with unbuildable terrain. It's been mostly like water, but that was so noisy on the map, so they removed most of that. That's been like even Heart of the Swarm, so it's been a long time actually. And I think the creep would still expand to there, but you couldn't place a new tumor inside, so it was like not really against creep, it was just against building. I think I already answered your question there. Alright, let's see, what are we building here? This is a Thor. And soO's scouting this one, he sees, oh, you're already making a Thor on my side of the map? With like a crane coming outside of a building. That looks kind of funny. Alright, factory. A 1-1 setup here for now. Could be a Hellion Banshee 3 CC opening. Could also still transition into a 2-1-1, but I don't think so. If we see the factory this fast, it should go into a 1-1-1 opening here for our Terran player. Yeah, creep tumors is a little bit weird. They are classified as structures, but they're not actually classified as structures because they won't count into a base race. For example, if you only have creep tumors left, you'll die. They still have their kind of special status. Starport, a third command center, Hellions on the way. Poking with the Reaper a little bit to see, hey, are you at home or are you rushing me? Is this a Baneling bust? No. soO's just going for a normal speed opening here. Just droning some up and throwing down his third hatchery. Is about to finish up, and then he's gonna go into mass queens for now. Gonna be the plan, the play for most Zerg players. Queens and economy. We play mineral heavy. And on the other side, Banshee is gonna get Cloak, most likely. We'll see though. He does not have the money for it yet. Oh, there's a couple of drones, if he sees those actually, but he doesn't. Could have been a nice interception there, getting 2 drones. Pulling the Hellions at home for now. I always wonder, there's these opportunities you have as Terran players to go for Hellbat pushes after this, or just add Hellbats into your arsenal. You're making those Hellions mostly to do this, contain the creep, and try to keep the map control, so the Zerg doesn't come across and kill you, right? Wow! He was angry at that reactor, man. He was like, alright, I'm gonna shoot it once with a Banshee, but not twice. So I always like it when people keep their Hellions alive into their mid-game, once they have their 3 tanks and make that 3 tank push. And if you still have 6 Hellbats with their medevac support, they're fully healed, they can tank a lot, they can do so much for you. And they really bolster your army quite a bit for your first real push when you have your 1-1 and all things. All good things, right? So yeah, I really love it when Terran players keep those alive. So double Banshee, but no Cloak here. Our Terran. I mean, look at this. soO's already sitting at 60 drones, right? If he darts in now, even if he kills 6 drones, 6 Hellions, or maybe let it be 10 drones, alright? Let's say, alright, he kills almost a mineral line. Still not that big of an impact. I'd rather have those 6 Hellbats in my army later on. Maybe even those double Banshee, you know. Bring everything. It's like go full ham. For now, just contain the creep. Just like you're doing. I really love the play here from Nicoract so far. soO is really having a tough time to get that creep pushed out. A couple of drones are gonna fall here. On the outskirts of that base. The mineral line there. Aliens rotating, they're gonna find the space here, and he can put on some hurt on this. If he rotates the Banshees, he could have killed this one. That's a little bit of a shame. If the Banshees come in from this angle here on the third base, they will fly over this, and he will probably get a kill on that base, or cancel. Because he's in position there, he has the Hellion firepower to keep the creep at bay and the queens away, and the Banshee could have just killed off that building. As is, good for soO. Just keep that one alive. Extra barracks are gonna come online here. And we're about to see that 1-1 finish up with the combat shields, and that's when all those Terrans love to move out. First double medevac is here. Gonna get that Overlord. And he should add his armory very soon, because you want to keep onto a... How do you say? Nudeless? I don't know. A tight path to 2-2. And that's where you can transform your Hellions and heal those guys up. Please don't attack before. That's, you know, something something people like to do, of course. It's a very good move if you're already in position when your upgrades hit. You're already there, you know, you can do things already. But it's also risky, and it also does not heal up your Hellions and transform them into Hellbats before the fight. So now, see how weak they are? The Banshees should just fall back a little bit, in my opinion. They're gonna get focused down. Now, armor is still not done yet, and this engage is gonna hit before. And this is where you leave, like, it's unnecessary, in my opinion. It's just unnecessary. Just get that armory a tiny bit quicker, or like do the attack a tiny bit later. Oh my god. Can he get away? Oh, he makes it back home. I can't believe it. Jimmy is the only one. He sacrifices 3 of its comrades to get back home to safety, and now he's fully healed up. A great story of Jimmy. Oh, Bo3, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome everybody to the party here. You have soO against Nicoract, one of the top matches in the early rounds here, and actually one of probably the best TVZs we're gonna get in this tournament this week. So relax and have fun. It's gonna be a long one for now. Playing on Central, and apparently soO has about a 230 ping to this server. Nicoract playing from Russia should probably also have quite a high ping, so both players are handicapped here. Ling Bane Hydra is gonna be the game name here for soO for now. It's a composition he really likes to play. His upgrades are on par with the Terran, and our Terran player still has some of his Hellbats alive here. I'd love to see that. Oh, medevacs. So Jimmy is one of these guys here. I don't know which one. He was loaded into the medevac now here. He might sacrifice all of his 7 friends to get away again. But we won't know. Yeah, I love those cheap viewers. I'm gonna time this guy out in a second when I have a second here. Oh, this is a nice connection, and he also gets the medevacs. Yeah, so he cleans that full right side. While Nicoract was microing on the other side, and I was microing against this guy in the chat here. There we go. Now that's a good clean, and soO is immediately going into a hive of that one. His 5th base is up and running. Should probably start to throw down a 6th base and 7th base just to have it, to occupy the spaces. He's going into burrow, that's interesting. You might do some baneling traps. This will at least force a ton of scans out of our Terran player, so this will reduce the income. And soO is just gonna go for an attack here. This is a great angle coming from two sides. We even have one drone in the mix here. It's still alive. Can it get out? Yes, it will make it home. But yeah, Nicoract did do a good cleanup here. He flanked that flank basically, and this drone is gonna become the base. Oh no, it's gonna actually just go to mining. No, what is it doing? So some weird unit. Yeah, it's actually gonna. Yeah, it's gonna become the base. Happy drone. He saw the wall, and then soO decided, yeah, you can now, you know, lay back, put your feet up, go back home, become a hatchery. You've done your part. Great decision here. He's trying to chase these medevacs, but 4 medevacs are not going to get stopped by 2 spores. No queen in position, only 1. Nicoract not going into the main though. Don't hate this move, but there was actually an opportunity. If he would have scanned ahead, he was probably just potentially being able to move in there and gain a lot of value now. Trying to push into this area and focusing on those banelings with the tanks. Some nice focus firing here. The other tanks not sieged up and more banes are streaming in. Remember, those 4 medevacs on the right are still there. They're trying to get back home, but this is a good fight here for soO, completely clearing out the Terran force, and he will kill this base. Will he though? Reinforcements coming in here at maybe the correct time, but the banelings might still just blow it up. No, it's not enough. Well, we'll see. Link's reinforcing here, but one Hellbat man from that early game. He's still here, still having a barbecue. Finally, his time has come. Man, soO's just rallying in links. He's just rallying more and more links. Can he kill that base? I don't think so. You can just lift it at this point. And he says, alright, yeah, I can't kill it. And he has to fall back. What a defense here. What a defense. Still, I mean, this is still technically alive, but if you have like a tank here or here, right? You're gonna be so much stronger in these positions. And you should identify at this point, soO is gonna... He already attacked this point twice. He might attack it once again. He knows this is a weak point now. He's gonna come in again with Banes. Can he kill the CC this time? I don't think so, no. He only has Lings and Hydras left. Banelings have been depleted. There's still 2 tanks standing strong here. He's trying to clear out everything though, but yeah, Nicoract is just gonna say GG, throw the towel, I can't recoup anymore, and soO's gonna take game number 1 here. Great game actually, but I feel Nicoract was a little bit more passive than what he usually plays like. And I feel like that might be a mistake here against soO, because I think if you wanna beat him, there is definitely those possibilities where he can fall apart in the early game, in the mid game, and if you just you can out multitask that guy. He's not unbeatable. Now, soO didn't really look in any trouble during that game. He already was at Hive. He was doing really good. Proceeding very smoothly, didn't really lose any strong positions to the Terran player. So yeah, extremely superb play here. That was the real test, the first real test for Zerg play, and he was basically passing it with flying colors here. Amazing result. Yeah, if he keeps playing like this, he should not lose to Nicoract. And he's gonna make me look silly even for saying that Nicoract has a chance, because he's playing like... He's really playing on point. I hope he can keep it up, and I hope this guy can kind of fight his stride again, because he didn't look on point, to be honest, in the last game. We do have Nicoract at the bottom right. And on the other side of the map, it is El Dorado, the map, by the way. We do have soO. And let's quickly talk about the map. Hey, here we go. Alright, so this map, El Dorado, is from the left to the right setup. And as you can see, there is a gold mineral blocked area. This is, I think, 7 and 7, so it should be 1 and another 1 trip. and then you can access a normal base, a gold base. From the back, the gas is on the other side, and on the other side it's blocked, by the way, with minerals. You have to mine out first. Then a unblocked gold base, 6 tiles, so a full gold base with double gas. Then there's this mineral wall here in the middle. This is only one trip, so one SCV will be able to do this. I think this version of the map changed a little bit. There were destructible rocks on this and this area, which you can just clear, and then you would kind of cut off this path again. I really like that. I don't know why they took it out. That's a terrible choice to took it out. You also can block off this gold base with these destructible rocks here, these rock towers. And of course, yeah, similar thing on the other side. And by the way, your natural has a ramp. There you go, guys. So very defensive map. You can really go quite fluently into that 3-base setup, especially with kind of a, what do you say, like an island expand a little bit. You can then block off this area, and that means you only have a ramp and this kind of, this is a big area though, but you have access to a gold base as well here. So yeah, it's a weird map. I really like it. It has some interesting layouts here. And then on the north, it's all like a regular map, like bases and whatnot, fighting zones, stuff like that. Things are very far apart. If you spread out as a Zerg just to the north, if you go like all the way with your bases here to the north and take this one as your 3rd and this one as your 4th, it takes so long from the Terran main base to actually go across the map and attack that one, because you have so much terrain to pass through. Man, it's crazy. It's so crazy. I mean, the army is kind of gathering around here. That's the point where you have to start. Reaper did find a Ling here. It's a nice snipe. Hatcher on the way. Speed on the way as well. And one in gas this time. I think he did actually pull out of gas completely last game. Now again, 111 setup. Should be another 3cc, but this time the starport is faster. If I'm not mistaken, the starport was thrown down after the 3rd cc last game. What Terrans can do, they can build a 3rd cc here and mine out these minerals. As you can see, oh, they're actually 10. So I've seen 10 and 14, so I've seen a version, oh, this is weird. This is 14, these are 10. There's one at 14, this one has 14, because I guess there's no second one here. But it's still a double trip, I don't know why. Maybe it's a bug. But yeah, these all have 14, so this map version is not the correct one, I guess. It's a little bit broken. The left side is imbalanced, it has more minerals available. Wow. Oh, there we go, and that's why it's a fusion core rush. Ooh, I didn't see this one. Didn't see this one coming. Okay, so are we gonna see a BC? It looks like it. We're about to have 400, 300, and there we go. BC opening, love it. Now, meanwhile, he's making it look like the same game as earlier, where he is only poking with a Reaper and 2 Hellions. That's exactly the number he used earlier. And then he's gonna reinforce with 2 more Hellions. And this might be a Hellbat Battlecruiser All in. He's gonna throw down a second starport now in the back of his base. And soO is not really committing in with the scout. He didn't really see anything. He has no idea. And he needs to find out about this, because the Battlecruiser is about to hit this base. We're gonna see how many queens he has. 7 queens, definitely enough to fight off BCs. But you kind of want to have a sport to kind of anchor your positions, so you can rotate those queens and catch those teleportations. Now, we'll see how many BCs he keeps on making. He could go into more. The double starport definitely is an interesting choice here, but this is not in a position where you can make an add-on. So yeah, I'm wondering about this one. He's gonna make another BC. What's the second starport for? Really interested in this one. Is he gonna make like Vikings now? Now, he's coming in with the BCs as a frontal attack here, and he has a ton of Hellions to actually deal with those Zerglings. soO does not have enough, and those Queens are eating so much damage. He cannot really hold against this BC because he can't really kill off these Hellions. Now, is this enough here from soO, or is he going to fall apart? He only has 2 Queens left. He kind of needs to make his Spore yesterday to deal with that BC. He's going to deal with the Hellions at least, but the BC... I mean, it only has 40 HP, so yeah, it should be enough to deal with it with Queens. But what's Nicoract doing? Yeah, he's going full BC, man. He's going here, doubling down here, double BC, and Yamoto as a Tosis calls it, Atreides. Tosis Atreides. And yeah, first BC kept alive, so definitely the Spire is a good call. But I think already cancelling one of these extra BCs. No, he actually finished it up. Okay, so he's gonna go into more BCs. Gonna double down as well. And what we need to see from Nicoract is a third base, and we need to see that engineering bay to throw down turrets. He kind of needs to go into mech from this. I don't think you can win. He didn't deal enough damage. He didn't touch the drone lines. He also is oversaturated, if I'm not mistaken, so he has enough ACVs for kind of 3 bases. Oh, he's gonna start to snipe the Spire. Wow! He finds the Spire. That's a great snipe. Now he has 3 BCs. He's just trying to overpower with BCs here. And maybe he's gonna make it work. Spire being started again in this location. I don't like it. And yeah, 1 Spore is not enough. 1 Spore on the way here. 1 is walking down here, but only getting, yeah, no damage and no shot done. And I think soO is gonna fall apart here to this one. Cancelling in again that Spire. Now he's gonna lose a full drone line here. He's gonna lose again that Spore Crawler. Lynx are coming in to try to deal with these Hellions, but he gets one of the BCs, but man, soO is angry. He is so angry. He loses 23 drones, and yeah, GG's gotta be called, man. He did not get a read on this strategy, and it worked perfectly for Nicoract taking a map of our world champion, former world champion, yeah. It's a thing you can say now. Thank you so much for the follow, Pain. Pain44. I don't want to leave out your number, for what reason you have it. I don't know. Looks like a lot of pain. Quickly have a talk about the bracket and how it's proceeding. Hero is waiting on Gerald against Wayne. Grab is playing against Mute right now and will hit Zaun. The winner of that will hit Zaun. MaxPax is currently playing against Wush. I'm not exactly sure who that is. Then we do have now soO playing against Nicoract, sitting at 1-1. Bjorn is playing against Pig, and as far as I know, Pig is maining Protoss currently. Stray is playing Rax at the moment, and that might be a TVZ, I'm not sure. Okay, so we go into game number 3 here. This is some great stuff. Yeah, there was a great scan there, just to recap that game in a few sentences basically. Top right, Nicoract. Bottom left, soO. There was a great scan from Nicoract. He saw the Spire. He saw where the Queens were remade. He saw where he kind of needed to go in. He saw all the tech was kind of in one place. And that was the money scan. And he just teleported in with 3 BCs. He sniped that Spire. And then he sniped the Spore. He sniped everything. He came in with the Hellions. Sniped the Queens. He sniped all the anti-air. And then soO was like, alright. Kind of made it happen that he finished off one of the BCs. But that was about it. A really amazing game here from Nicoract, but definitely on soO. He did not go in with an Overlord. He didn't attempt to scout. There was only 1 Marine guarding. Could have definitely gotten the scout if he went in with 2 Overlords at the same time, or makes a Overseer and goes in. There's definitely a difference between a 3 base 1 port BC opening and a double port 2 base opening, because the 2 base is quite all in. If Nicoract doesn't make it work, if that Spire gets up, soO is sitting on 4 bases against 2, and if he makes like 7 Corruptors, he can start to fight those BCs. And it quickly grows in numbers, right? 7, 11, 15, somewhere around, like, if it goes above 10, 3 BCs are not going to do anything anymore. You can snipe 3 and then you can teleport out, but that's about it, right? Can't really fight them. Especially if it's over queens and spores as well. So yeah, really good stuff there from Nicoract. And smooth execution. Now, I'm sorry to say, Nicoract, but I'm biased tonight. I just want to see my god, soO, that's a supply block. Ah, I mean the hatchery is gonna finish and open the supply, but... So yeah, I'm sorry, but I wanna see soO survive tonight. Because I just love my soO, man. He's a great guy. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about this map. This map, by the way, has these... They made it even more visible now. So this map has 4 rigid Vespine geysers scattered across the map. And you will find a small tile of... I think it's still at 150 minerals. You'll have to mine out first before you can access those, before you can build a geyser on top. And these are the minerals. Now they do have a little bit more of a different visual aspect, having this weird thing around them. I want to click on it, man. I want to see the actual mineral count. There's nothing in vision. This time 3cc again, starport afterwards, so going back to that standard opening from the first map, Nicoract that is, and yeah, I hope soO is just gonna get a scout in this time and see what's going on actually. Should be a good confidence boost here for our Terran player though, winning that last map. Overload speed, there you go, that's what you get. That's what you get like in a best of 3 when you go all in one game. Get overload speed. Oh no! I had it, but I didn't look at the number. Okay, it's 150 still, so... Alien Reaper across the map now. That drone might be exposed there. It's gonna jump back that queen. And yeah, you need to cancel that one. Oh, he's gonna let it finish. He's gonna try to make a build. Oh my god, that was so quick! Can he stay alive though? Yeah, he can. Wow. Wow. If you ever have seen Age of Empires 2, that's basically a quick wall. And this is not one. That should be 4 dead drones. Make it 6. But he sacrifices all of his units. 6 drones is good though. Looking at quite a high number here. That's more than 10% of your economy. It's quite a bit. But he sacrificed 4 Hellions and 1 Reaper, so... I'm not too happy about this trade. You can do it, but now you have given up map control and soO can just spread this thing. And he's already proceeding to do so. Going into a lair himself now. Overload speed is done. He really wants to see... Oh, what? That was weird. He really wants to see what's up in Terran base. He already sacrificed in an overload to scout basically the production and the setup here. 3cc is the name of the game. And he's even gonna go in again with an overload to see the follow-up. Is this gonna be bio? Is this gonna be mech? He doesn't know yet. But now he will see the barracks being produced and he knows for sure. Oh yes, 2 more barracks. I know what you're doing. And this overload has fulfilled its role. Will it be sacrificed to the god of laziness? Yes, it will be. Could have definitely made it out. Double Banshee going across the map here. Baneling Nest on the way, double Evolution Chamber on the way. Already +1/1 started here for our Terran player. And this small timing frame he gains himself is something as well. That he was able to mask there from soO for just a little bit longer. And one of the ripple effects from the last game actually, being that cheesy there in the opening. No, double Banshee is not gonna find much. They don't have cloak. There's no real spot to attack. The spore's in a good location. 2 Hellions, well, they're like assuming they have map control right now, while indeed they don't. They're just more of a scout than actually trying to do anything. Like, do you have a 4th base? Yep, you do. Alright. soO again going for a Lingerbane Hydra, it seems. Stick it. Oh! Oh my god, he finishes that creep tumor. I mean, it doesn't matter in the end, but... Already losing one of that 2 Hellion squad. Making it a very, very lonely scout now. Not get repaired up. It's gonna actually stay at home here. And will soO this move out? Will he see it here? But this is more about getting some creep tumors. Since he gave up the map control earlier with those Hellions darting in, now he has to kind of clear creep with that drop to make his push work. It's something you kind of force yourself into, right? If you saw the first game and how he operated the Hellions there, he was keeping the creep quite at bay, and then he could freely run and push into that 4th base at that time. Still didn't win the push, and he was a little bit too early in my opinion, but he had that opportunity created for himself where he didn't have to step on creep to actually attack that base. Now in this game you see the creep is already so far away from the bases, it's kind of crazy. There's so much room to work with here for soO, and yeah, Nicoract has to step on creep this time. Now there's an opportunity for soO to jump on this army. Can he get in place before those tanks start to siege and shoot? It seems the answer is yes, he's gonna clear out the tanks. Now there's only Marine Medic left. And we do still have a few Banelings. Are they gonna get sniped? No. Quick pick up here by our Terran player. And evacuation is gonna be the idea this time. Now 2-2 on the way here for soO, but not for Nicoract. That's definitely a mistake. He has to fix that one. He's kind of going with an Atrax here, but you still get 2-2 with that Atrax. You still get your armory. It's not like you just say, alright, I have to kill you now with 1-1. No, you still get your upgrades. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, he's gonna try to push through now. And soO just kind of needs to hold until those bases run out from Nicoract. He's sitting on 5 bases against 3. Nicoract is not making a 4th command center. He's not making 2-2. I mean, if soO even holds to his 2-2 and Nicoract doesn't fix his own, it's gonna be in a terrible spot here. But this is not a good fight here for soO. That was such a big clump of Marines they're reinforcing, and soO needs some more Banes. Was only fighting with Ling Queen there, kind of. Even though he cleared out the tanks, it's great to clear out the anchor points. Finally we see that armory, man. Wow. But yeah, it was not the greatest fight. So though, now Nicoract is kind of splitting up. He needs to be a little bit careful here. He's splitting his forces, dividing and conquering. At least that's what he's trying to do. He has a good opportunity here in the bottom, but the upper army is also a little bit exposed here. So he's not really finding damage in the main, and he's trying to rotate now to this 5th base. Now soO didn't really get to respread the creep in the north, so he's a little bit exposed. He doesn't have vision. Now he finally gets an idea. Oh wait, you're actually pushing me in the south now, so I need to rotate everything down. And he might be a little bit late, but he's actually setting up a flank. We'll see him come here from the north and the west if Nicoract tries to push the issue here. Will it happen? Now he's making a 4th base, so he's kind of trying to start to transition away from this Atrax, since it didn't actually kill a base himself. So, is that alright? I didn't find the damage. But yeah, I mean, soO is about to have 2-2, man. And 2-2 only started for Nicoract. This is a huge window of opportunity for our player. Now he's coming in. 2-2 is completed. Will he be able to smash this army? I think the answer should be yes, but this is an awfully lot of creep fighting here. He has to go through. But then again, man, 2-2 is coming through. And Nicoract is gonna be broken. Wow. soO is gonna go on to play against Max Pax in the next round.